Okay, so it's about time we do another sort of gun impression slash review, and I wanted to go with the SVK today. I have a love-hate relationship with this gun. I can tell you exactly when I love it when I'm using it. I can tell you exactly when I hate it when it's being used against me. So it's a very complicated relationship, but the gun is actually, as much as I don't want to admit it, quite balanced. That is not an easy task to do with a gun that can two-shot somebody. And I think the real value from this gun, what really separates it from the rest of the pack, is the fact that not only is it a two-shot weapon, but it is a two-shot weapon through armor. Armor really complicates and makes gunfights inconsistent, and the fact that you know it's always a two-shot regardless, then you're in a very confident place with this gun, and that's what I like about the SVK. This gun really flourishes in medium range, and I want to talk about the best ways to play with this, because I see a lot of people recommending other people to use this with the, you know, the 6X or the 8X or something like that, and you can definitely use the gun in that way. I just don't think you're really preparing yourself for the best engagements with it. So let's start with the first thing to note about this gun. This gun does hit 60 to the body. This thing will, in fact, two-tap somebody, even through armor. So Angel, don't be sad. This thing will absolutely destroy you, and it's so satisfying when I hit somebody with armor on and I'm kind of like, I don't have to worry. And that's where this gun really shines. At the same time, it does have a decent amount of recoil and kick off to the side, so getting repetitive follow-up shots is not always the easiest. You may need to pace yourself and practice with it, and the short barrel being attached to this thing really ramps up the rate of fire, therefore the TTK possibilities. And even with the short barrel, which is the only way that I recommend using this gun, it's still very temperamental. So it doesn't match my playstyle. Full transparency, I am an aggressive player. I like to W key and just run in straight, get into chaos, put myself in really dumb positions and try to work my way out of it. That's what I find fun. This gun does not allow me to do that confidently because it is not a great dueling gun. What I mean by that is if you are heads up in a fight within 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 meters even, against, you know, an MP9, a M5, pretty much any AR or submachine gun, you are realistically going to lose that gunfight 4 out of 5 times. Not because you weren't hitting your shots, but because the TTK on those guns are just extremely, extremely fast. And not that yours isn't, but you don't have a very forgiving gun. If you are heads up fighting somebody and you miss one shot, you know that's death. Even if you hit your first shot, there's a lot of times, and I can tell you a lot of times, where I die. When I hit the guy perfectly, I even shot before him, and before I can get my second shot off, he's already got me killed. And I feel like I'm right there, just a little bit more time I would have had it. But that's probably a good thing. If this thing was any more aggressive, it would honestly replace a lot of those that love the M5s or the AC-42 or something. So it does definitely have a little bit of a drawback in terms of 1v1 dueling somebody in close quarters and heads up. So because of that, the best way to use this gun, in my opinion, is from an elevated position or from a passive or defensive play style. If you really want this thing to shine, you need to shoot at people that aren't really looking at you, that aren't looking to find you. So flanking, high elevation points, from a distance, and it really shines in medium range. I like using the Fusion Hollow, and I also am not a stranger to the 6X. And the reason I recommend the 6X over the 8X compared to some other people is because if I do happen to get pushed in close quarters, or I do get a little too aggressive pushing into an objective, the 6X is shorter magnification compared to the other scopes, and it will allow me to at least hit people 20, 30, 40 meters in front of me, and I can follow up and at least use and adapt to that scope. The more magnification, I think, the bigger the flaw for the performance of the weapon. Bringing it into the second way that I see a lot of people trying to use this gun, and that is in a sniper rifle role. And I'm going to be honest with you, the worst thing, in my opinion, to use this gun is in a ranged position. Now, it's great that it can two-shot across the map, and if you are going to go and become a ranged sort of DMR expert with this gun, bring on an ammo pack. You want to resupply your ammo because you will burn out of this thing consistently. And with practice, you can hit shots. It's not like it's not lethal out to distance. But the biggest issue you're going to have is other snipers. They don't have to hit you twice. They got to do it once. And they will consistently do it once because while you're trying to recover from the first shot recoil, they probably already have you dead. And that is one of the most intimidating things with using this gun with a distance or with a ranged scope on it, is the one thing I don't want to do is have another sniper locate me, because I am at a disadvantage. This thing does not match up well against the SWS or the DXR. Realistically, even if you are able to hit the shot first, the headshot's not going to save you. They have the comfort of ending it in one shot, and realistically, you're going to have to sit still or be stationary at some point And even if you do happen to get a sniper right off the bat, he's going to know where you are, he's going to locate you, and he's going to get you the second time around. So I really don't like this thing in that role. It is capable of doing it. You can enjoy it, and you can find success playing with the SVK in that role. And if you are going to take a DMR into the role, the SVK is the one to do it with because, again, the penetration of the armor, and it's always 2-shot to kill. But I would not advise it. So I love the gun. I think it's great. I think it really is matched, again, from an elevation point, from a passive playstyle, in medium range. You take it too far into close quarters, you're going to be at a disadvantage. You go too far back, you're going to be at a disadvantage. It can work in either of those, but you're not bringing the best tool for those engagements. So that is my opinion of the SVK. I love the gun. I think it's well balanced for the strength that it has, and it is a little frustrating to die by it, much like the 50 cal. I don't like getting killed by it because I know it just took 2 shots to do it, but it does have its drawbacks, and I think it's a really, really potent weapon, and I think it has a really unique playstyle, and it's going to be the perfect complementary for those that want to use it. And I would advise, on that level, to bring a G57 or something across in case you get pushed, or, you know, a Sundance lands on you or something. You aren't going to want this in, like, melee range, right? You're going to want something that can complement that. So that is the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comment section what gun you would like to see next that we can just kind of give a little breakdown of. And subscribe and tick that bell so you never miss any future 2042 content, like the one that we'll have up tomorrow. So I'll see you on that one, guys. Take care.